Welcome friends. In the last day we have learned about human nervous system. The topic was human brain, that is out of the part central nervous system. Today's chapter is the second part of central nervous system, that is spinal cord. What is spinal cord? Spinal cord is actually a tube-like structure that is an extension of the medulla oblongata, the last part of human brain. Okay. As the human brain process, it is also covered by the meninges, that is the covering of CNS. It has also protected by CSF, that is cerebrospinal fluid, and it also have the, as per the human brain, that is the gray matter and white matter as the cell body and axon portion. Okay, that is distinct portions, two portions. Then now what do the spinal cord actually, its function what is? The function is actually it controls the reflex, all the reflexes, but from downward to the neck. Upper back neck is doesn't controlled by this spinal cord. Another word, it is basically works on autonomous nervous system, that is autonomic nervous system also. Now see the diagram. The human brain is here and the spinal cord is that. It is covered by 33 vertebrae. Remember 33 vertebrae, as the cervical nerves are count is 31. The count of cervical nerves is 31. These cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral and coccygeal nerves, here are the numbers that arises from here, these red lines. Okay, and this basically the spinal cord is covered by these bones or vertebrae. You can see over here. But the look at the numbers please. The cervical nerve is 8, but the cervical vertebra is 7. Why? It is unique as the first cervical nerve that arises, it is not in between two vertebrae. It is from the upper side. Okay. This is a unique part of cervical nerve, one kind of spinal nerve. Okay. Another unique thing is that as all the body cells of our body have growth limited, as usual our spinal cord undergoes several growths, but it is up to only 5 years of age. Why? Because after 5 years its growth gets terminated. Now see, I have done some works for you. Here in this picture can easily detail us that in which portion of our body is controlled by which kind of cervical nerves. Here the blue dotted parts, you can see these blue dotted nerves over here, that is the cervical nerve. That means this portion is controlled by cervical nerves. And now the red portion that is here, this is controlled by the thoracic nerve. Later the lumbar nerve controls these green portions, and if you see the back leg, these green portions are also controlled by the lumbar nerves. And at last the sacral nerves, these black portions here, here, here and here, back leg is controlled by the sacral spinal nerves. These are the sacral nerves, these are the spinal nerves. All of these are works in our body reflex. Now we will move up to our next part, that is peripheral nervous system, that consists of basically nerves. In the PNS, it is basically made of 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. These 12 pairs and 31 pairs all together controls over the body and termed as peripheral nervous system. The basic unit of these nerves are neurons or nerve cells. First of all, let's see what is a neuron or nerve cell. Here is the diagram of neuron that consists of a cell body, this part, and axon, that is two part. The cell body have two kinds of appendages. What are they? The first appendage is this dendrites and the second appendage is this axon. Okay, these are the receivers, and this helps in carry forwarding the impulses. Now, when the impulse carry forwards through this axon, we must see the layers over the axon. The first layer, that is axolemma, the second layer, that is myelin sheath, and the third layer, that is neurolemma. See, this myelin sheath is gap in between several areas. These gaps are termed as node of Ranvier. See, when you do spray water in your garden, you used to press in the edge of the pipe, okay, to make the flow of the water faster. Node of Ranvier works on the same manner. Here there are small cells. These are termed as Schwann cells. These Schwann cells helps in formation of this myelin sheath. Now see, myelin sheath is not present in all neurons. If the myelin sheath is present, then it is termed as myelinated nerve, and the myelin sheath is absent, then it is termed as non-myelinated. In our normal general body structure, myelinated sheathed nerve, or that is myelinated nerve, is present in all over the body, and specifically the autonomous nervous system, that is autonomic nervous system, it is controlled by this non-myelinated stuff. Okay, now two neurons are laid one by one to carry forward the impulses. How do they carry forward? Suppose this is the ending of one neuron and this is the starting of another neuron, and these are the two end brushes of the two neurons. Here the point of contact is termed as synapse. What? Synapse. And the gap between the synapse is termed as synaptic cleft. Why is the gap between? Because it saves the two endings of two neurons from having a friction with each other. But what is the gap actually remains? Here it has neurotransmitter, one kind of liquid that helps to carry forward these impulses. What is the neurotransmitter could be? It could be acetylcholine. If the neurotransmitter is acetylcholine, then it is a kind of cholinergic nerve, and if it is the adrenaline, then it is termed as adrenergic nerve. Now, how can we say that impulse can move only one direction? As because when the impulse comes through here at the end of one neuron is vesicles. When they attack these vesicles will now secrete acetylcholine or adrenaline. That's why at a fixed time, in the two ends, not two kind of impulses can carry forward it. It is always one directional. Okay. These neurons are the longest cell in human body. जितना भी देखो आप कि ये बहुत छोटे छोटे हैं, लेकिन if you align this all the neurons in our body, okay, it could extend up to or cover a distance of almost 965 kilometer. Remember, 965 kilometer. It is not too much short, na? And another thing is if once a neuron gets died or gets damaged, it will not be produced again. That's why be careful with your neurons. Now we are going to say that how do this neuron is related with nerve. Neuron is the smallest unit of this nervous system. Neurons one by one get aligned to form a nerve fiber like this. One by one neuron forms nerve fiber, and several nerve fibers like this, when aligned one by one, and a covering is the outside covered portion. I mean to say that a bunch of nerve fibers covered with this covering is termed as nerves. And we have 31 pairs of spinal nerves and 12 pairs of cranial nerves all over our body. Okay. That's all for today. On the next day, we are going to explain all these chapters or these parts out of this nervous system. With doing these chapters, we will complete the nervous system on the next day. I will try my best to do this and to keep in touch with my channel. You must have to subscribe my channel. So go for it and have a good day. Thank you.